think.
Ooh.
I don't know. Okay. Shit. Here we go. Oh. We getting there? Give us a second. Let's make sure we get everything in. We are just now going live. Let's check out all these. Make sure we get squared away. Let's let a couple people get in here, and then we will get going. I'm sure this scene may look new, whether you're coming from More Important Issues or coming from the Volunteer Roadshow. May look a tad different. Don't worry. We'll explain plenty of that here in just a second. What'd you do today while we wait?
Play some video games.
Of course.
I worked out on the deck. Got a little deck workout.
New deck workout. Will you do a live stream this week of you leading like P90X type deal?
Oh yeah, you want me to do some what's that guy's name? Some like Richard Simmons workout?
Yeah, that's exactly what I want you to do. That's exactly what I want you to do.
I think I can do that.
I need you to create the workout like you would, like you're leading the. All right, now we've got 10 bicep curls. and two. Please.
Enter. Info.
All right, are you ready to go?
I'm ready. Let's.
Think we're all set up. We're live on Twitter as always, Facebook, and YouTube. Let's get this thing going. Reddit did to do, and welcome into More Important Issues. It is Sunday, March 29th, and I know we probably look new or different to some of you all, and to some other people, maybe the scene around us looks different, or the page we're on looks different. We told you guys there was some exciting news happening. Landon even tweeted it out last night. We have joined Volunteer Roadshow. We're really excited. Not much is going to change. We do look to get better in our content. Look better to get how we deliver that content to you all. Just want to thank everybody at Volunteer Roadshow, but especially Bobby and Billy for really being accommodating, allowing us to get on board and work together to bring you guys some of the best Tennessee content we can. We're really, really excited. It's a new look. There's going to be some new things, but all in all, we're the same old More Important Issues.
I even wore the old logo because I just want to throw people off even more.
So I guess that's, we've got some. We also need to tell the Volunteer Roadshow people about ourselves. I'm Caleb Mitchell. You can find me on Facebook, Caleb Mitchell, Twitter, Caleb_TN. And we've been doing this. I'll let Landon tell you about himself here in just a second. We've been doing this for about 3.5 years. Podcast, and then we've had a team of riders that you'll meet soon. Obviously, with the slow, almost no sports going on right now, our show looks different than it normally would look if this was March of a normal year. But we'll make it as normal as possible. We'll talk about as many sports as possible, and you'll get a show from us every Sunday and Wednesday, and then follow us on Twitter for content all the time.
Yeah. And you can follow me, or you don't have to. My name's Landon Raby. Me and Caleb, we have been best friends for a while. I think we're in the same kindergarten class. He was the kicker. I was the holder. He was the best man in my wedding. He told everybody, my family and my wife's family, that I held his balls for 4 years because I was the holder. He was the kicker. My family got it. Her family did not. So...
It was okay.
Yeah.
Everything worked out.
It was a good
They got married.
Yeah, we got married. We're still married, so that's good. You didn't jinx us, so.
No.
Yeah. You didn't ruin it right there, so.
Someone already noticed on YouTube. Someone's already noticed our offense reference. I appreciate it. It is an office reference. We've been opening the show like that. We said we wanted to open a show fun 3.5 years ago, and we've been. Old habits die hard. Let's just say that. Old habits die hard. That's good to meet you too there, Shane Bentley. Do we think we'll have? We've already got a question. Do you think we'll have a 2020 season? I don't know. To be determined. What about that tweet yesterday though? Let's talk about that tweet about moving it up.
To like July? Yeah, how does that happen?
It doesn't make any sense. 0 sense.
Yeah, that doesn't. No, that's not gonna work. Not gonna work.
No, not a chance. Not a chance. It moves up. I think I'm gonna hold out hope. I think we have a 2020 season. Could it get moved around a little bit? Could it be abbreviated potentially? But I think they're gonna do everything in their power to have. I can't imagine NCAA wanting to cancel another season. So,
especially with all the money. The money is everything.
Yeah,
I mean, if they lose a whole season of, just think of the beer. Well, think of how much money was spent.
Let's not even talk about the money you bring in, but scholarship money. We talked about the lower level schools, what they'll do if baseball gets a year back or softball gets a year back. A lot of money, just allocated money you don't see coming in, things like that. That it costs schools and it costs the NCAA.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they'll handle it. It'll be interesting to see. But to answer your question, super fan. I think we'll have a 2020, some semblance of a 2020 season. I'm definitely pumped for it. No summer football, please. Yes, I could. I mean, I'll just be honest. I probably will not go. I would tailgate. I would not go to a game though in the middle of July. Not a chance.
David Newcomb said, "Yeah, who the hell are y'all?"
Well,
we're here.
We're here. Caleb and Landon.
You'll see a lot more of us. So
yeah.
If you hate us, sorry.
We are ugly, so you can listen to us just later on. You don't have to look at us. We are going to go ahead and jump into this our show as we get started. If you continue to come in, please feel free to ask questions. We'd love to talk to you guys. First off, new grad transfer, EJ and Sickie.
Yeah.
I like him. A lot of people like him. Again, we talked about it. Maybe doesn't answer all of our needs, but maybe answers some of them.
Yeah, I think the main thing, what did we miss last season? I feel like we missed Grant Williams. We missed a guy. Yeah, a guy who can get boards, who can get to the free throw line, just cause havoc. And I think EJ Sickie is that type. Now, I'm not saying he's Grant Williams, obviously. Right. But he's that type. He's a big-bodied, 6'6", 250 pounds.
Bangs around on the boards.
Yeah, 11.6 rebounds at Sacred Heart last year. Averaged 15.7 points per game. Also did some research. 21 games, he had double-digit rebounds at Sacred Heart. His season high was 22 rebounds. And he had at least 5 in every single game. So they had 33 games. He had 5 in at least 5. That was his lowest amount, was 5 last season. And then he scored double figures in 30 out of their 33 games.
I can get on board with that. I'll talk to you. We talked about how we thought we lost maybe some of that identity that made us who Tennessee was the last couple years, but maybe we get some of that back with a guy that's maybe not the biggest, but if he rebounds, that means he's got to be physical.
Right.
So maybe we get some of that identity back. I'd love to see it. I love the last name. The last name makes me excited. Sickie, you talked about how his sister played here. What was that, early 2000s?
Yeah, 2004 to 2008. That was the Candace Parker, Alexis Hornbuckle, Shannon Bobbitt.
You heard her name a lot on 99.1 on Tuesday, Wednesday evening, Tuesday, Thursday evenings. Mm-hmm. So love the last name. Love the physicality. Like I said, it probably doesn't answer all of our questions, but it answers some of them at least. So we're rolling in the right direction. You ask if we had a football season. Hopefully we have a basketball season. Hopefully we get out of this by then.
Yeah.
And we'll be good. Someone said Bowden may be coming back. He said he's open to the idea of it if he gets an extra season. I just don't see the NCAA awarding them.
Yeah, I have a hard time believing that too.
I don't.
There's no way.
No. What's up, Slim Mosley? Good to see you. Good to meet you. Unless I've already met you. And just
also, EJ and Sickie, I was mentioning the free throws. And that's something we struggled with last year, was just not getting to the free throw line.
No, we could not get there.
But there was 6 times last season he shot double-digit free throw attempts. So a guy that can get to the free throw line.
He sounds like, I haven't seen any of his film. I've only seen his stats. Sounds like a very, very physical basketball player. That's what this team needs.
Mm-hmm. And I looked to see if there was, some teams that he played that were higher level teams, and he played against UCF, he played against Providence and UConn earlier in the season, and he had 7 rebounds in each of those games. So,
Yeah.
I mean, a guy that's proven he can rebound with teams that have some height. It wasn't just lower-level teams that wouldn't make an NCAA tournament or would be a 16 seed. He was a guy that actually rebounded in some pretty big games.
Yeah.
Now, they got blown out by Providence and UConn and teams like that, but he had 7 rebounds. So we just need – I feel like scoring is going to be there. We don't really need him to be a scorer. We need him to rebound and get to the free throw line and get points.
Yeah, with some of the wings and guards we have coming in, I don't think scoring will be the issue. Like you said, just controlling the boards would be nice to see right now. That's all. We're not asking for too much.
Right.
EJ and Sickie, excited for that pickup. Think Rick Barnes and their crew has done a great job in terms of getting that. They asked what part of the state we're from. We're from Knoxville. Both of us born and raised. We do follow high school football. We actually we follow we know quite a bit about the Knoxville area and even the state as well. So we'll be any high school football questions asked. We usually do talk about it as it gets closer to the season. But yeah, we're usually pretty up to date on high school football, especially in this area. Speaking of that, recruiting news. I know it's not exactly high school football in this area, but it is high school football
Throughout the country. Well, most of this is within Tennessee, so hopefully you're familiar with some of these guys. So 4-star wide receiver or 3-star, whichever recruiting site that you keep up with. Wide receiver Walker Merrill had Tennessee in his top 7. He's a wide receiver out of Brentwood, Tennessee. Goes to Brentwood High School. Ball's kind of trending in the right direction there.
Yep.
So I've seen he's a pretty good basketball player too. I don't know if you've seen his windmill dunk highlights.
I don't think I've seen.
Pretty decent basketball player, and I think he could. That's something we haven't had since was Josh Smith the last white receiver we had.
Maybe I was watching. So Channel TN's been doing all these, canceled sports highlights or whatever. Yeah. There was I think there was a Zach Rogers highlight on there.
Okay.
Yeah. The good old days.
Yeah. The man. What'd they call him? White lightning or something?
Something like that. Yeah. Something along those lines. I don't remember.
But also Tennessee is in the top 5 for a 4-star tight end, Hudson Wolf, out of Hardin County in Savannah, Tennessee. I think it's between Ohio State, Ole Miss, Georgia, Alabama, and obviously Tennessee. So those 2 are guys, 2 of the best players in the state of Tennessee. That kind of Tennessee's trending in the right direction. It's kind of hard to follow recruiting right now because you're not able to follow visits and stuff like that.
Right.
Because obviously there is no visits, so...
And there's no recruiting at all until April 15th, correct? Or is there communication allowed?
Yeah, I think there's communication. There's phone calls, FaceTimes. I'm sure Zoom chat is one of those
Zoom
as well.
chat. If you didn't invest in Zoom chat before all this,
I know.
You're an idiot's idiot.
So mad. Because I was like, they're introducing it at work to everybody needs to download this app. I'm like, I'm not downloading this stupid app. I don't want anything. And now it's like...
That's all there is.
Yeah.
You should have bought stock in it. That's what you should have done.
I'm a moron.
Yep.
Also, go check out some of our sponsors. Go check out Hound Dogs on Kingston Pike, Tennessee Tap House on North Peters Road, and obviously Bet Now. Bet Now, there's not a lot of sports going on, but there's always esports. That's something else you could invest
Betting on esports. I like it.
Yeah. There's always some... Are horse races still happening?
No, definitely not the Kentucky Derby's in early April, and it got
I guess
canceled.
you can't really social distance when you're in the blocks, right?
No, you can't. We have a test here, Landon, early on.
Okay. What's up?
This is from BVD. He said, "Let me text you boys. Best white wide receiver at UT in the last 30 years."
We're young guns.
But how did that happen? You don't remember what we were talking about? How many?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I give it.
So best wide receiver at UT in the last 30 years. I mean, so I guess he's looking for something in the 90s early 90s probably that I'm not going to remember. Or no, I guess would be better.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like Zach Rogers could have been, but he played with DeRick and Cordell Patterson.
I'm trying to think how good. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
That's tough. Because I can really only think of
I can only think of 2 right now, but it's because I was asked. If you hadn't asked me, I could have named several.
Yeah.
Do tight ends count?
Maybe. Speaking of tight ends.
Craig Faulkner, was he early 90s?
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, let's just count tight ends. I feel like we could.
Witten would be one.
Witten should be. Witten's a winner. That's it. That's a tough one. BV, who's the best white wide receiver in the last 30 years?
You tell.
Yeah,
us.
We're testing you.
Yeah. This is like the Office reference when Dwight and Andy are interviewing each other.
Exactly.
To get into
Cornell,
yes.
Big Red Bear. Twitter, someone said Craig Faulkner. So we're going to go with Craig Faulkner as the winner. If we include tight ends, we'll go Jason Witten. That's the consensus, I believe. But you mentioned our sponsors. Did you mention our giveaway?
We do have a giveaway. So Hound Dogs is actually doing a giveaway. $20. Oh my goodness, I can't talk. $25 gift certificate to Hound Dogs. We'll actually announce that at the end of the show. Mm-hmm. I have a special guest.
Yeah, we're not even announcing it. A special guest is.
Yeah, so you'll have to find out. If you do win that, you can email Bobby C at volunteerroadshow.com or Billy Ratliff at volunteerroadshow.com. And within a week. You have to claim it within a week. If you don't claim it, it's gone. Sorry.
You have until next Sunday at approximately, we'll call it 7:30.
And claim your prize. So stay with us. We'll get that out. Obviously, and we have another sponsor.
We do.
Commercial Bank. Guys, Commercial Bank is your neighborhood bank, and they're a leading financial institution with the services, capabilities, and resources of regional and national banks. Whether it's purchasing a home, saving for your child's future, or planning your next vacation, Commercial Bank is with you every step of the way to navigate life's big decisions. Life made better. Visit cbtn.com to learn more and find a branch near you. Guys, go check out the official bank of more important issues, Commercial Bank. Go check them out. Go check them out. Go check out volunteerroadshow.com as well.
Yes.
Create a profile. You can.
That's how you're entered to win, right?
Yeah, gotta have a profile. So set up your profile. You can message people. You can friend people. You can make a profile picture. A lot of stuff that you can do on that website. So go check them out. Go check out our sponsors. And what's our next segment? What are we doing next?
The top 5 newcomers. We're still talking football.
Still ranking things.
A lot of football talk going on the YouTube chat right now. Mostly old talk. So we're gonna kind of because it's hard to talk about the future right now, and you don't even know what the future holds.
Yeah,
I mean we're gonna talk about the future. We've got some hope. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that. You said newcomers. I assume that doesn't mean just freshmen.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Had some transfers, so we'll include them in this as well. So top 5, I'll start this off. I'll go number 1. We talked last week about winning football games in the trenches, and so I'm going to start this one off. Cade May.
Okay.
Cade May just makes this offensive line so much better. It's a guy that should have been at Tennessee his entire career, but there was a guy that we're going to talk about later on in our villain bracket who's still in the Elite Eight. And that's kind of the reason hasn't been here his entire career.
Yep. Hey, before we go on, I do want to talk. Luke Thomas mentioned in our YouTube chat, if you sign up for an account, you also have free access to all the articles and exclusive content. So you get so much more.
Yeah.
With the account. Make sure you create one. Today, you also get entered to win the Hound Dogs gift certificate. So make sure you do that.
Do it.
Thanks for the reminder, Luke.
Cade May.
You wanted to add to that?
Yeah, so this is his opportunity to, I feel like, be a first or second round draft pick in the NFL. Like, this is his opportunity. I feel like he's probably the second best offensive lineman we have besides Trey Smith.
Yeah.
And, this is his opportunity to show out. I guess it's his senior season, but he has 2 years. So he's like a redshirt.
So he's a redshirt junior?
Yeah, I think so.
Redshirt junior?
Yeah, I think he'll have 2 years, but I mean, he could probably.
Right.
I'd say 1 is a safe bet.
Probably so.
What's up?
My first one, I'm kind of going a little bit of a different direction. It's so important when you talk about winning games. Someone said the future holds 15 wins. I hope, and I think it kind of starts. I know it does start at the line of scrimmage, but I think our offensive line is good enough. I think even if Cade's on my list, and I'll get there, even if he doesn't get eligible, I think our offensive line's good enough that this position's vital, and that's Harrison Bailey. If you get a really, really good quarterback, really good quarterback play, you're talking about a team maybe going to finish middle of the pack in the East to potentially win in the East. Now, there's a lot more pieces that come into place, but if you don't have a quarterback, we've seen it. You can't compete with you can't compete with Florida. You can't compete with Georgia. Mm-hmm. So you're not going to win. Yep. Yes, you're not going to win the East. So that's where we're at. Harrison Bailey is an important piece because I think he's our only hope of having. I think every other quarterback on the roster, we've kind of seen what we get out of him.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I guess outside of Jimmy Holiday, too. But
I agree with that, and that's my number 2 is Harrison Bailey. Not just for next year. I don't know. I mean, with him missing spring practice, that kind of hurts him.
Yep.
But I feel like he just throws the ball with such ease, and I don't feel the same way about JG.
Right.
But JG's obviously your guy with experience, and with no spring practice, you're just coming into fall camp and not really seeing what Harrison Bailey has. Because, I mean, he got 2 practices, but 2 practices, what do you do in those first 2 practices? It's basically just install. You're kind of learning how to practice, especially as a early enrollee. So, yeah, he's my number 2. He's also working out with another Tennessee signee, and that's Jalen Hyatt. They were seen working out together. I think Vol Recruiting Reports had them out there where it was Devin Hyatt, Jalen Hyatt, and Harrison Bailey. Devin Hyatt is the younger brother of Jalen Hyatt, who's a 2023 prospect. I think he already has a Tennessee offer, Ohio State, I think, as well. So he's going to be a big-time prospect. But for them to already, during this crisis, and Harrison's from Georgia. And
I know.
And the Hyatts are from South Carolina. For them to, find a way to work out with each other, that's pretty awesome.
Also be careful, please.
Yes. Social distancing.
For so many
so hopefully they're throwing further than 6 feet apart, right?
And catching different footballs and all that. My next one is, my number 2 is Lenneth Whitehead.
Oh.
And I know, this is kind of a surprise because, I mean, this is a guy who maybe doesn't find the field much this year because of the positions he could be playing.
Right.
But I think with all we've heard, I mean, I don't see why he couldn't be a guy in the mix at the running back position, which I know that's probably not where he ends up, but the coaching staff apparently has said he's going to get a chance to compete there.
Yeah.
So maybe he does make an impact at the running back position. Maybe the linebacker position, which has now become pretty thin, or kind of has always been thin, I guess. But after having guys like Batuli, he's playing inside linebacker, right? Or
yes.
They moved him. Okay. Guys like Batuli leaving, could he step in? Could he get early playing time? I think his size and speed, I think it's very possible you see him early on.
Yeah. I don't know when is he going to make the switch? I mean, he just looks like a linebacker, but if you produce a running back, I guess you can be whatever you want.
Absolutely. We just got called out for the 6 feet. So you're right. You're absolutely right. Not being 6 feet apart.
Yeah, we're not.
Someone just asked us about some upsets in the SEC East. We'll talk about that as soon as we finish this top 5 list. My number 3, you already hit on Cade May, so I'm not going to stay on him too long. Obviously, what he can bring to this offensive line is that's a guy. It's not like a freshman. You're not guessing. You've seen what he can do, not only at the Division I level, but also in the SEC. If we're able to get him eligible, I feel very confident about where this offensive line is if we have a season.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the whole thing. If we have a season. Yep. If we have a season. Number 3 for me is kind of 2 guys, but it's we need a pass rusher. Mm-hmm. We need somebody who's going to give some depth. You only have 3 people at that position right now, and that's Kevon Bennett, DeAndre Johnson, and Roman Harrison. So Morven Joseph or Tyler Barron. It's got to be one of those 2 guys. Morven Joseph just looks like a freak of nature. But Tyler Barron's been around the program. He's obviously from Knoxville, so does that give him an edge? I feel like one of those 2 guys are going to have to step up and be expected to contribute early.
Right. My next one is number 4 is Jalen Hyatt. Speed, man. You cannot make up for speed. He obviously has other talent.
Can't coach it.
You cannot. The flat out speed he has, I think, could be a game changer for a wide receiver core who is looking to kind of rebound. I think there's plenty of talent there. How you put it together, how you piece it together is the question. I think having a guy like Jalen Hyatt to stick out on the outside is going to do a lot for how teams have to respect you. And if he can make plays after making long runs down the sideline, that's just icing on the cake.
Yeah. He's also my number 4 as well. I think his ability to just show out on the biggest stage. You know, you saw him in the state title game make the game-winning catch.
But he's been doing that too for 4 years. Like, he's had the ability to compete in those games for 4 years. That's another thing.
Yeah.
He's a winner.
He's a winner. Yep. And he's got speed, something that Tennessee desperately needs. So, yeah, I feel like he's already working out with Harrison Bailey. He just seems ready to compete for a position in this wide receiver group. So, yeah, he's my number 4.
Absolutely. My last one is Keyshawn Lawrence.
Okay.
We talked about, what did we do last week? I'm trying to remember now. I know we talked a lot about secondary.
Yeah, we did the top 10 returning. Yes.
And there were several guys in the secondary that were in that list, so we talked about it. So I don't know how big of an impact he'll make. I don't know how much of a chance he'll get. He's a guy, though, that's really fast, or very, faster than some of the guys we already have on the roster. And I just think I think they brought him in here to play immediately. I think that's one of those. Yeah. You always have, 5 or 6 guys that come in with the expectation of playing immediately. I think Harrison Bailey's one of those guys. Jalen Hyatt's one of those guys that the coaching staff would not have recruited him had they not expected them to play immediately. So I think we do see him. I don't know how much, and I think he's able to make quite the impact back there in the secondary.
Okay. Yeah, he was also my number 5, so I'll switch. I'll go another one. I feel like he was so big for this class because he was like the first one to commit in the summer and kind of started off this whole in-state recruiting. Because everybody knows Keyshawn. Keyshawn seems to be a leader and everybody knows him. Everybody wants to be around him. So I feel like that's maybe from a leadership standpoint is where he could really make an impact this year. Maybe not so much on the field because we do have a lot of depth at some of those secondary positions. But I feel like he could find a way, but maybe just being that leader in that freshman class.
Right.
So I'll go my number 5 will be Vilas Jones Jr. We lose Callaway in the return game. So he's a guy that's done the kicking returning for USC the past 3 years. He actually returned a kickoff for a touchdown last season. So that's a guy who can come in and contribute there and also can contribute as a wide receiver. He's made some catches. I think he had like 6 catches last year. But, I feel like Josh Palmer's the only one that's kind of locked up their starting job. Those other 2 spots are wide open. So he can come in and since he has experience, he can come in and contribute early there as well.
Right. That's our top 5 newcomers. Tell us your couple favorite guys that you're excited to see in 2020. Say it with the expectation of having a season. A few guys you're excited to see in 2020.
You got to believe to achieve, right?
Yep, exactly. BVD asked us how old we are and where we went to high school. I'm 24. We graduated in 13, went to South Doyle.
You're almost 25.
I know. That's why I was like, I feel like that's not going to tell the full story. We went to South Doyle, though, and graduated in 2013, BVD. Let's move on to this is football, but this is a question. Let me see if I can find the exact question. In all honesty, this is from Shane Bentley. In all honesty, which of the big teams in the East do you think Tennessee can pull an upset? I feel like our talent is getting to where I will be very, very upset when we don't compete with any team in the East. That was probably the case last year.
Yeah.
That's where our talent's getting back to there. So when you talk about the big teams in the East, do you think we can upset? I mean, the big teams are Florida and Georgia. That's it right now. And even Florida is like barely call them a big team. I mean, their big thing is they just had such a talented roster lately. They've been able to keep up with Georgia, LSU. Yeah. Which I know LSU isn't an East team, but that's their West non-rotating rival. So they see them every year. So I guess a lot of people are expecting us to lose to both of those opponents this year, which I think is fair, maybe. So who do you think we beat between those 2? Both of them? One of them? Neither? Or best chance? I guess best chance, because...
Best chance, probably Florida, because it's at home.
Okay.
I think Georgia's such a question mark because Jamie Newman's their new quarterback. That's hard to replace a 4-year starter in Jake Fromm. Even though he wasn't, he won football games. I don't want to take anything away from him, but he wasn't like a Heisman candidate like they thought he was going to.
Yeah, I think a lot of his best days were kind of behind him. I think he started off really hot, and it was just tough to keep that momentum.
Right. Yeah, so I would say Florida just because it's at home. I think Georgia has recruited, with some of the best in the country. They're going to have a lot of talent. They get Jamie Newman from Wake Forest. Everybody's talking like he's the end-all, be-all. He was at Wake Forest.
Yeah. I think if we look at either of those games, I'm with you. I think you said Florida and Neyland. If we had Georgia and Neyland, I'd probably say Georgia would be the game I'd take.
Yeah.
I think that game being in Neyland, I think I'd take that one. We also had another question about the coach and player relationship. Again, lost the exact one. I guess pretty much where these guys being off campus. What does that look like? I don't know. That's an interesting question. I honestly haven't considered that. You've got coaches wanted to get comfortable with guys like Cooper and Harrison and our early enrollees, and now that's not happening, obviously. So I don't know what that relationship looks like. I'd say the biggest thing these coaches are worried about are that can they stay out of trouble while they're home? Because they're going to be home for the next 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
Can they stay out of trouble?
I would say the relationship's sort of like a summer break, something like that. Like the coaches, when I played at Carson Newman, like a coach would message me, and it's definitely a lot different from Division II to Division I. But I feel like every couple days, the coach is going to check in on the player, see how he's doing, see if he's doing the workout, any questions, watching film, stuff like that. They're just trying to keep tabs, and make sure that they're doing the right thing. Like you said, staying out of trouble.
I would imagine there's a lot of Zoom meetings going on. We talked about how popular Zoom's becoming.
Yeah.
I imagine they want eyes and ears on them from thousands of miles away, hundreds of miles away. Don't think that part of it's changing. I'd imagine there's a lot of check-in. So
yep.
I think that's probably the main concern right now is getting everybody back to campus once this all's over.
Right.
Whether they're healthy, in shape, I think that's definitely going to take the back seat to just getting them back. Mm-hmm. Does J.J. Peterson return? Who knows?
Is he even on campus?
I don't know. We'll see.
Or did he show up to campus right when this all started, so he had to go back home?
Maybe. Maybe that was it. We've had a lot of talk about the quarterback. A lot of people think it's JG's job to lose. I think the way he rounded out last year, I would almost agree with that. But
I think the spring practice probably helps.
It helps JG's case for sure.
Yeah, right.
So someone said the NCAA changed to allow Zoom meetings this week. Yep, told you. So
should have invested.
I can't imagine that they're not on that a lot.
Yeah.
Can't imagine. I don't know. I guess all the tools in it. I imagine you could probably all watch film together.
It's pretty much like the FaceTime when we can all FaceTime each other. Similar, very similar.
Can I show my screen? Can we watch a video together? If we want to watch a film?
Maybe.
I'm sure that's an app or a feature.
I'm sure it is. I've just done a couple meetings with work, and it's basically like everybody has their own box, or you can slide it over, and you can have whoever talks shows up.
Yeah, gotcha. Someone also said they believe in Shrout as a dark horse. I don't think that's far from I think that's pretty accurate. I think Shrout has just as good a chance of starting day one as JG or Harrison Bailey. They gave him not Shrout, sorry, Maurer. Okay. I think Maurer has it. Someone said Shrout though. I think Maurer, they gave him the football last year as a starter. Why would they not again?
Yeah.
I think he has a chance. I'm not saying he's the top candidate. I'm not saying he's the guy right now, but they gave him the football last year. They're not afraid to not give him the football again.
Right. Now, it might go to the other team, but they'll give him the football.
It might, but...
Yeah. I don't know. He's going to have to not make a lot of mistakes.
Yep.
Fall is going to be huge for Harrison Bailey and Brian Maurer. Who's going to be the next guy? Because it's proven JG is... he's a head case. And... it was obvious at the beginning of the season, and he changed his whole demeanor, and he seemed like a different quarterback, or a different person.
He definitely had a better mentality, but I'm not convinced he had the talent at that point.
No.
I don't know if that's his fault or what, but His demeanor did get better, though, and I guess that's all. He can control that, so I guess that's all you can ask.
And he doesn't turn the football over. So Brian Maurer does turn the football over. So it's, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of things to be cleaned up this offseason, and without spring practice, I think it kind of hurts Brian Maurer a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, development-wise, he's probably already been passed up by Bailey, potentially even Jimmy Holiday. He's very talented.
Yeah.
I mean, the coaching staff has a better grip on who they have on campus than any of us do. Someone said that Maurer only got the football because he wasn't JG. Yeah, but Shrout didn't get it, and Maurer did. They didn't decide to put Juwan Jennings back at Wildcat. I mean,
it does seem to be evident that the team likes Brian Maurer.
Yeah. The team got behind him.
Juwan Jennings was the biggest fan of Brian Maurer.
Yeah.
And Brian Maurer celebrating with JT Shrout when he threw that bomb to Callaway, like that's somebody you want on your team.
Oh my gosh, who is the transfer from Maryland?
Kasim Hill.
I can't imagine he won't have a say in this. Someone mentioned 7 quarterbacks on your roster. Something's got to give. I mean, with the situation last year, I said it's JG's job to lose. I don't know. It might be anybody's job to lose, honestly.
Yeah.
Who? I mean,
I just think it's who do you have the most trust in? It was obvious it was JG last year. That would be hard for me.
I think in the first few games. After that, I couldn't have told you who they trusted.
Well, I mean, it was obvious like they were. If Brian Maurer or JT Shrout were going to make a stupid mistake, they're going to put JG back in.
Yeah. Oh, okay. But that's I don't know if that's trust or just shorter leash, like. Because I think they probably could have. They probably maybe felt like they could control JG more. In terms of being like,
I think if JT Shrout makes the same mistake that JG did in the Alabama game, JT Shrout doesn't see the field again. He doesn't play a single down the rest of the season.
I don't think JG probably sees the field again if you have trying to.
Because Brian Maurer was not. He was still in concussion protocol, right?
Shrout technically started the next game. Or Jennings technically started the next game.
Juwan started.
Technically started the next game.
Yeah.
And that was a weird time. I don't know. JG's weird. I've heard some stuff apparently directly from Jeremy Pruitt's mouth that would lead the complete opposite direction of what we've all assumed. I think there's a chance you don't see if what I'm told is true, and the person that told it to me, I can't imagine they'd lie to me. If what they've told me is true, JG won't see the football field again.
This year.
If Harrison Bailey is that's what I should say. If these quarterbacks are what they should be, he won't see the field again.
Oh. Wow.
If these quarterbacks are what they should be.
Yeah.
I mean, if Harrison Bailey is everything that Vol Twitter has told us he's going to be.
Oh, he's the next Heisman candidate.
Okay, fair. If he can at least just lead a football team. I don't know.
I'll say this. Bo Nix did it. Auburn wasn't an incredible football team, but they won games somehow, and they had a freshman quarterback doing it.
I like Bo Nix, man.
Yeah, so I don't put any stock in like, oh, he's a freshman, let him sit for a year. No, I mean, freshmen are playing. Like you've played in big boy football. He's played in 6A Georgia football, played nationally ranked teams, won the state title in Georgia, and the biggest class, or 7A, I think.
I thought it was the second biggest class.
Oh, was it the second biggest? Well, one of the biggest. Anyway, yeah. I mean, he has to play Grayson,
right?
Lowndes, some of the best teams in the country.
So should we just make a bold statement that JG won't see the field this year? Maybe on senior night.
Maybe they give it would be hard for me to just like. How about we wait? We'll see.
Should I just make the bold prediction?
You can make. I'm not making a statement like that.
Shane Bentley had a good point. Auburn had a hell of a defense last year. They did, and I think that's a possibility for Tennessee. But I think Bo Nix was just a big competitor, and like that, I think he was a more talented Brian Maurer.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, I think he's a more talented Brian Maurer.
I just want the coaching staff to not be afraid to play a freshman because he's a freshman.
Right, that's fair. That's absolutely fair.
Yep.
I do, before we move on to this next little segment, I do want to make sure we thank all of our sponsors again, just because, those guys are good to us. That's Sweetwater Brewing, Tennessee Tap House. I'm going to forget somebody if I don't pull
Hound Dogs.
Hound Dogs.
And Bet Now.
And Bet Now. like Landon said, you can go bet on esports.
And Commercial Bank.
Why not do it? And Commercial Bank. Go make sure you go and patronize all of our great sponsors. Vols and TBT. What's it stand for? I've never known what it stands for.
The basketball tournament.
The basketball, that's it?
Yeah.
That's really exciting. Thank you, guys. Greatly appreciated.
Yeah.
I did forget to look up Tennessee's team. Do you have it pulled up for me?
I do have it.
Perfect.
So Bobby Mays will be the GM/coach. I guess.
Is he playing too?
I don't know. I thought he was going to be the Jackie Moon.
Jackie Moon of this.
But apparently he's just going to be the GM and coach for now. I mean, if they need him, he's probably available. He's probably on the roster. You got Chris Lofton, Scotty Hobson, Wayne Chism, Jarnell Stokes, Kevin Punter, Melvin Goins, Cameron Tatum, Duke Cruz, Robert Hubbs, and John Fields.
It's going to be a good little...
I didn't really remember John Fields.
I don't either. What was Hubbs coming out? Was Hubbs a 5-star?
Hubbs, yes.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Yep.
He was the number one player in Tennessee, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was from Memphis.
Nah, West Tennessee, but I don't think it was Memphis area. I think it was like a rural community.
Let's see. Let's find out.
I can't remember. What is all this? This is all just... So, do you know how the basketball
It's
tournament
from
works?
Union City, wherever that's at.
Do you know how the basketball tournament works exactly?
I do know that he went to Dyer County. I don't know.
Is that Jackson, Tennessee?
Yeah,
Okay.
Newbern.
Gotcha.
Newbern.
So I'm not 100% sure how it works. I'm on their website and I'm looking at teams.
I know
2020
Syracuse has a
application
team.
So they've got something about per fan share, fans. So I guess fans put in the money to win it back. I guess you can invest in the team.
I don't know. I haven't really paid attention to it, but it's something that if it was on right now, I would definitely tune into because it would be something.
Yes. I mean, they play them in I think decent size arenas and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's I know Barstool played in it one year, before Barstool was big.
Right.
So it's a winner take all $2 million tournament.
It's a lot of cash. A lot of cash. That's a lot of ways to split it though too.
We should go to a game. How much does it cost to go to a game?
Sure.
There are games in Washington D.C. in July. That's probably our closest.
Jeez.
We can just go to Vegas. They're in Dayton. The
You go to-
finals are in Dayton.
You can go to Florida,
If we make it to the finals, we can go to Dayton.
or we can go to Florida. We can just make a vacation out of it.
No. I'm not going to Florida. That's how you get the corona. That's how you get the rona.
That's true.
That's how you get the rona. Not doing that ish. You got anything for the... Do you want to... I mean, I don't know if you want to say anything about the basketball tournament.
I just think it's cool.
It's very cool.
See all these guys. You know, Melvin Goins is one that I want to see. I want to see if he's still jacked. Like when he was on campus, he was the jackedest point guard I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
So is he still that big? You know, he at one point was going to play cornerback for us, and I think participate in spring ball.
Yeah, I think we talked about that a couple of shows ago that he participated in spring ball. So
yeah, I don't remember John Fields. I want to see Armani Moore in it.
Is he not?
No, I know he's playing overseas, but it was a guy that, you know, kind of a modern guy, I guess. I guess Jarnell Stokes is too, but a guy that played under Rick Barnes. Obviously, Kevin Punter did too. But I just like Armani Moore was like Grant Williams-esque.
Right.
Just a smaller guy that just wanted it more than anybody on the court.
Especially his senior year, he did a ton for us.
Very
and
underrated.
a team that I can't imagine how would not have been a ton of fun to watch that team had Armani Moore not been on it.
Do you think Scotty Hobson and Wayne Chism still wear the
if
headbands?
Wayne Chism, dude, I was talking about this to somebody the other day. Why do no basketball players there's not a basketball player that wears a headband anymore, unless it's the thin headband.
I wonder if it was just proving that it hurts you because LeBron stopped wearing it.
And then how many rings has he won since then?
I don't know. One.
Maybe? Yeah. How many has he won before that? 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stats do
definitely
not,
headband.
Stats do not lie. But
Definitely
no one.
headband.
First off, if Chisholm doesn't wear the headband that almost like a yarmulke that just sits on the back of his head, that's what I need from him. I don't even know how it stayed on his head. It was just right here. Mm-hmm. So I need that headband. Was that Chisholm or was that Major Wingate?
That was Chisholm
That's what I
that
thought.
barely wore it on his head.
I don't know how it stayed.
Yeah.
Let's look up a good picture of Wayne Chisholm again. I miss that guy. I miss a lot. That team was so much fun to watch.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you can barely even tell he's wearing a headband in that picture. I mean, his overseas pictures, he's still wearing them like that.
Is he? Good.
I mean, I don't know when that's from.
Good. I mean, if he's not, it's... I don't know.
It'd be a sad day.
Yeah, it's going to be very disappointing for Vol fans if he doesn't come out with a
100%.
headband.
100%.
But I mean, the TBT, like that tournament, they were just like, guys, we have to get a Vol team. Like, because Tennessee fans will watch anything. Yep. Anything Tennessee related, Tennessee's going to watch it.
Oh, 100%.
If it was like
100%.
a charity bike race and Peyton Manning was in it, Tennessee fans would watch it.
Oh, yeah. No, there's zero doubt in my mind what happened. There's zero doubt in my mind. Let's move on to the villains bracket. Obviously, if you guys have not been with us before, you may not know. Maybe you seen it on Twitter or Facebook and didn't know what we were talking about. Also, forgot to listen to the first show to decide. Right now, you're ahead by 1.
Okay.
But I forgot to listen to the first show, so I don't know.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'll do that tonight. And so Wednesday, before the Final Four, I'll have it for you all. But we're doing a villains bracket. I'll pull that up here in just a second. The winners, though.
Down to the Elite 8.
The winners in the Elite 8. Nick Saban, that's easy. That was an easy one. Nick Saban won that one.
Who did he face?
Let me pull this up. Let me pull up this. Give me a second, guys. I'm sorry. Dealing with a lot of new info here. Or not info, but...
David Newcomb said Allen Houston didn't make the team. I don't know if Allen Houston had anything left in the team. If Bobby Mays didn't and maybe Ron Slay, I think Allen Houston would be left out of that.
Why is Ron Slay's not on it, right?
No, he's not.
Why is he not on it? He could murder anybody at any point in his life.
He would.
I mean, imagine what he would do on the floor against somebody.
He's probably just going to travel with them.
We were talking to him last year, right? And he was playing in adult league basketball. He's like, "Yeah, I just got back from a game." I was like, if I walked into a gym and Ron Slay stepped on the court, I would leave.
Yeah, this isn't fair.
No, this would be the dumbest thing ever. Nick Saban though would be John Calipari. That was a good contest, dude. This is a surprise. Dan Wolken in the second round beat Mike Hamilton.
Yeah, that's...
What a shocker.
Yeah, that's...
And not right. That's just not right.
No.
It's just not right.
I mean, I can't even see what Dan Wolken puts because he blocked me. So
exactly. Most of us don't even know what he's saying at any point in time.
So, like, literally, like, that block button, he was kind of done with Tennessee. Like, no Tennessee fans can really see him anymore.
Exactly.
Mike Hamilton, we are seeing what he did every single day.
Yep.
Still suffering. Picking up the pieces.
In the, moving down to the white quadrant, SEC officiating gets cruises to victory over Will Wade. It's unfortunate for you, Will Wade. I'm sorry. Can't win them all with money. You tried. Next matchup, Derek Dooley versus Unoccupied Helmets. I was really cheering for the Unoccupied Helmet to just keep
Dooley
on trucking through. I know who Shot Tuttle voted for, but Dooley won it. Coasted to victory.
We're going to talk about Shot Tuttle here in a little bit.
We are. Are we? Oh, you are.
I am, yes.
Butch Jones over John Curry in the Smoky Gray quadrant. Easy victory. And Gino Auriemma over Urban Meyer. I thought the Urban Meyer hate might have worn off a little bit. And then moving on down to the checkerboard quadrant. Greg Schiano over ESPN. That was a tight battle. 2 contests that were won. One was won by 0.1%. The other one was won by 0.6%.
Oh, my goodness.
So, yeah. Greg Schiano, the first time, only won by 0.1. We did another contest, another vote, and only won by 0.6. So,
dang.
The last one, Penny Hardaway gets the win over Adolph Rupp. Penny Hardaway, I'm curious. Okay, I didn't realize how much people hate Greg Schiano. Like, I didn't realize the hatred was that strong. I knew people hated him.
Yeah,
you think most people even know why they hate Greg Schiano?
I think just because he was almost going to be the coach.
They're like, nope. We know we hate our coaches. No, thank you.
That idiot was going to accept that offer.
So, that was... Greg Schiano winning was wild to me. Wild.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree.
They said Ron Slay is watching the stream on Facebook. So, perfect, Ron Slay. We want you to make your way... I want to see a video of you playing adult league basketball.
Yeah, I want to see that too.
I want to see a video of you dunking on a, like,
I would love to see him
white
dunk on Bobby Graham. You think he...
Are you calling out Bobby Graham like that?
Yeah, I'm gonna call him out. All right. I feel like we have the type of relationship. I can call that man out.
Okay. Did he dunk on you freshman year?
I don't...
Okay.
Not on me.
Okay. I don't remember do you remember who that guy was that showed up with him at the student faculty game?
Yeah, I have no clue. He was like
BG couldn't even remember.
He was
his
straight
name.
out of the G League. Like, he was incredible.
It was actually Ron Slay.
Yes.
He would do it. Ron Slay would go.
He'd show up at Southall High School and just dunk on some.
Actually,
10th
you want to play in the student
graders.
faculty game next year? I can make that work. I can arrange that. We can do that. Shane Bentley said he's getting off. Pleasure. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, great to meet you. We'll see you on Wednesday. We'll be back on Wednesday. Don't worry. We're not leaving. Shane's just leaving. Don't worry. we still got a minute. That's the villain bracket, though. You can vote on Twitter. We unfortunately don't have a way to vote anywhere else. But if you go to at @more_issues on Twitter, Landon will have those out tomorrow morning or tonight.
I'll have them tonight. Yeah.
Tonight. He'll have them out tonight.
Start it.
And you can vote on it for the next 2 days. And vote for your most hated Vol. Sorry if you weren't able to follow along from the round of 32. Either way, you can start now on the Elite 8.
Yeah, but this vote is just on Twitter, so check us out at @more_issues, and we'll have that available for you guys. If you're not on Twitter, I'm sorry, we don't have another way you can actually vote.
You can just tell us who you hate, and we'll
count it. There you go.
I don't know if we'll count it, but we heard you.
Yeah.
We heard you. Someone did. I was actually thinking about this. Someone talked about the strength and conditioning coach on our feed about losing him. I was kind of, yes, this is a sucky time to lose a strength and conditioning coach, but at least he put a plan in place before you left. So how much are we really losing right now with him gone?
Yeah, we're just doing what he told us to do.
So this is probably at first I was like, man, this is a really sucky time to lose him. This might have been probably the best time you could lose somebody like that.
Yeah, mate. I mean, under the circumstances.
Sure.
Yeah.
Under the circumstances. Sure.
Yeah. Sure. I don't know. I mean, you never want to replace anybody because that stability is great, especially when you're heading in the right direction. But
yep.
Yeah, maybe it's you're gonna find out who did their workouts and who didn't.
Yep.
When you get back, if you get back, achieve. We're getting back.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, dude, can you, all this doing beers and stuff like that on Twitter and everything? I mean, is tennis, is this just our spring practice?
Oh,
we're just getting ready for the season?
100%.
So if there is no season, what does Tennessee fans do? Because we're getting antsy. So, if they just, canceled football season straight up, what do we do?
I don't say that.
We start our own football league.
I mean, what are we gonna do?
I mean, they're still playing softball and stuff like that. Private leagues are still going on.
Are they?
It's wild.
Dang. Interesting. Wow. I didn't know.
I guess we're getting into esports.
I guess. I mean, seriously, we're probably just gonna start Madden leagues, a bunch of Madden leagues. That's all I can do. That's it. I haven't played a ton of video games lately. I'm trying to get projects done, man. That's my goal during all this.
What'd you do today?
I did a lot. Main thing
because I see you got some sun. So
main thing was pressure washing the patio, but we also have to. The problem is I've had to pressure wash a lot lately because right now it's not draining well in the backyard, so it's putting a lot of water on the patio, dirt, and So I started. That'll be my project this week. I pressure washed the patio, and now I'm starting to try to take care of the drainage issue. But yeah, right now the patio is it was pretty gross. It's no longer gross. So I can actually, it's probably going to go sit for now unless I fix the drainage issue. So I'm probably going to go sit home and enjoy my patio before it storms next and re-washes everything on.
Dude, that storm was wild. It was here for 15 minutes and gone.
Didn't wake me up.
Really?
Nope. Not a thing.
I woke up my dog, she can't fit her whole body. She's a little bigger. She's a little bigger. So she's thick. Okay, she's thick.
2 C's.
So she had her head under the bed. Not her body because she couldn't fit it, but her head was underneath the bed.
A tree, one of my neighbors in my neighbor's yard across the creek, 2 trees actually, a big one and then I guess a small one that was right next to it had fallen down.
Oh dang!
So I mean, apparently some really strong winds.
Yeah,
and that's weather. That's talking weather. Someone I'm assuming not a Tennessee fan on YouTube said, "I guess you'll have a more enjoyable fall. At least no Georgia State sadness."
Hey, I don't want to hear that because tailgates are awesome. We're undefeated in tailgates, so.
Never lost.
Never lost.
Never
we
lost.
Tailgate every game. We actually host our own tailgates.
Yeah, so y'all need to come hang out. You're free to come. Welcome to come. Bring beer. That's all we ask. We will run out if you don't. We already run out. So bring it up for everybody.
Yeah.
But no, I'm just kidding. You are welcome to come. You are free to come.
Joseph Pelham's watching.
Hey,
My
Joseph.
man.
But yeah, y'all come out, hang out with us. Those locations are the same for the whole season. But if you look at like last year's, it may change from last year's. We don't know yet. Hopefully not. Enjoyed that spot.
Yeah, it was good.
We still don't even know if we're having a season right now. All right, give us some time to think.
Believe, Caleb.
I'm believing.
Okay.
I believe.
Don't stop believing.
Never. Are you going to join my karaoke show, by the way, that I'm doing?
I don't know. I'm not a great singer, so
It's okay.
I mean,
You don't have to be.
You were in chorus, and I heard you and Jonathan. You and Jonathan are good singers. Y'all should do
I like to
like
think
a
I'm a
brothers
decent singer.
band. You could be like the next.
Like the Naked Brothers band. Do you remember that was a thing on like Disney Channel?
That was a thing. Naked Brothers band.
On like Disney Channel, yeah.
That seems very Sandusky, Greg Schiano-esque.
I don't know how old they were or if they were actually naked. Those things are unclear to me. But I think they were a band at the time. Like a boy child, nope. a children's band. Like a Disney Channel band when we were growing up.
I'm sure it got canceled very quickly.
If they were naked, I would imagine it did.
But yeah, you and your brothers should have a band. Be like
I'm the only one that can't play an instrument, so that would just be embarrassing for me.
but you're the singer. You're the face.
Tambourine.
You could be the Mitchell Four.
Yeah, the foursome, the foreskins, the
Oh my!
formerly known as the three skins. No, yeah, we're not doing that. But yeah, you can join my Instagram karaoke. You guys should all follow me on Instagram now that I'm gonna plug my Instagram because I'm doing another one tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't reveal my guest.
I like that.
You gotta tune in. Be surprised.
So did you finish Tiger King?
No, I've got 2 more episodes left.
Man.
Ozark came out this weekend, bro.
Yeah, I'm on episode 9.
I'm also watching Tiger King with someone, so it's like I can't binge them.
Oh, okay.
And I'm kind of glad I didn't because like I'm seeing everything. It's wild. I got to the funeral today. What?
Oh yeah.
What did I'm trying to remember what all he said about that dude. Oh, they were fantastic. I wish I could remember
either.
I don't know.
Yeah, that show's nuts.
Yeah,
Absolutely
if you haven't seen Tiger King,
so
go watch
you got the Carol Baskin and everything like that, right?
it. I haven't gotten to like where they really talk about her killing her husband yet.
Dang it.
Like not really.
That's all I wanted to talk about today. So
Segments.
Segments.
Most important. So this is okay. So obviously we're more important issues. Most important is like our best of the week.
Yeah.
And then we've also got a fail we'll do on Sundays. Most important and fail on Sundays. And then we've got stupidity, which is just the dumbest things you can think of.
Stupidity is an epidemic.
Similar to a fail, but it's usually just a really, really bad take by somebody.
Yeah, it's usually like a tweet or a post or something
Really
like that.
dumb tweet.
Yeah.
We'll get to that on Wednesday, and then we've also got a few other segments on Wednesday that we'll show. But for today's segments, most important and fail, we'll start with most important. Landon will start with most important.
Yeah, my first one is Peyton Manning crashing a Zoom chat.
Oh, that was pretty cool. Except no one in the Zoom chat really knew what was going on. They were like, okay.
Well, like I feel like it was weird for them because they're actually like in a class, so they're like, that's Peyton Manning. Like they couldn't really speak.
They're like, I think you're in the wrong chat.
Yeah. But I also saw another one, and this could be a fail. It was a Zoom chat, and the girl actually didn't realize that the people could see her.
Oh, that's
and she
dangerous.
started
That's
to
the
use the
worst.
bathroom. So she like pulled down her pants and was on the toilet, and then she was like, "Oh crap!" and then like moved her phone. Yeah, her whole class saw everything. So
Everything. Oh, that's why? How? What?
she like set it up perfectly where she could see it, so everybody could see it.
Right. That's just I can't believe that happened. That's unfortunate.
So I think it's fair to ask, like, did she do it on purpose? Like, come on.
You have to ask.
Yeah.
You have to ask. My first or my only most important, maybe. My only most important is you're talking about my brothers. Me and my brothers did something really cool yesterday. We did something called the Little Tykes game.
I like that. That was cool.
We might be doing it in a couple more weekends. You're invited.
Okay.
So we did a home run derby, a golf challenge, and a 3-point contest, all using Little Tykes equipment.
So who won?
Jonathan won overall. I came in third.
Who came in second?
Betsy, I think, my brother's wife.
Oh.
Dude, the home run derby, I got robbed on. So at warm-ups, I was blasting them. So my brother has like an actual fence, and it's all like brush behind there, so we didn't use that fence. So we had to make the field longer and build the fence like shorter than that.
Yeah.
I was hitting them over Like, from the regular spot, I was hitting them over the fence, the actual fence.
In the brush.
And we were having to chase the balls back there. And then the game, I used a different bat and only hit 2.
Why'd you do that? You never use a different bat.
I didn't even think about it. Everyone was using this bat, and I went and just picked it up. And I was like, it was a highway robbery.
You messed up, man.
I got gypped, and I dominated the golf challenge. I did okay in the basketball challenge, but I dominated the golf challenge.
With the baseball. The home run. You just...
Dude, I wish you had been impressed. I mean, I was obliterating the ball in warm-ups, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm sure we'll have, speaking of baseball, we'll have a lot about baseball because I'm pretty sure they're supposed to meet tomorrow.
Oh, are they? To MLB? Going to decide?
The draft.
Okay.
Yep.
I do hate, too, the Volunteer Roadshow. If you're joining us from there, you missed our baseball coverage. We've got some great baseball coverage, obviously, for Tennessee baseball, and we missed out on that.
Yeah.
So, it's unfortunate.
Do you have any more most importance?
No.
I have one more.
They fail.
I have one more. So Eli Wolf, the former Vol and then transferred to Georgia, ran a 4.43 40.
That's not real. No, that's not real. It can't be.
I don't know. He ran faster than every single one of our wide receivers.
Give me the time again.
4.43.
I'm not buying that. A 4.4.
4.43.
Our Eli Wolf.
Yes.
No, it's not possible.
He ran faster than every single one of our wide receivers.
It's not possible.
That's wild.
I'm sorry, it's not possible. Not buying it.
It's wild.
Not buying that action. Won't do it. Let's go.
Fail? You got any fails?
Fails. I thought I had one.
Oh, I have a couple.
So I've got one that it's not from this week, but I was rewatching the Oklahoma Tennessee game, and just listen to Butch. Everybody, let's just all listen to Butch Jones.
Yeah, let's not.
No, you have to.
Remember, 63 and 93. 9 positions, 3 units. Playing for 63 with everything we do. 6.
Okay, 1, he did in the middle of Maxims. Not okay. I'm glad I was at this game because if I'd seen that video, I'd probably be like, that was awesome. And then, obviously, it wasn't. 2, 9 positions in what? 63 of what? We played 60 minutes. 6 seconds for 3 yards.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, I understand the 3-yard mentality in an option offense, but not in a spread.
Nope. I don't get it ever. I don't get it ever. Why would you have a 3-yard mentality?
Well, because if you get 3 yards,
but
you get a first down.
I feel like that's something you tell your running back when he comes into contact.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
Like, why would you tell like your entire unit 3-yard mentality?
Just give me 3 yards. After 3 yards, just lay
We're
down.
not running the effing wing T anymore.
I know, exactly. That's why I don't get
Do
it.
you think I got the definition of a halfback right, by the way?
What'd you say?
I believe it was probably right when teams were using the wing T offense. And halfbacks were, I guess, essentially nickels almost. They're probably corners who were being stuck either in the box or at the line of scrimmage. Probably in the box. That would probably be what a halfback is. Chad posted something because somebody shared a picture of a player and his position was listed as halfback. Or, sorry, half defensive back, I think is what it was.
Half defensive back?
Yeah.
That's not a thing.
I mean, it used to be. That's my point. I'm asking if I got the definition right.
Oh, I don't have a clue. I've never even heard of that. A half defensive back?
Let me pull up exactly what it says, but yes.
Was that like Alontae Taylor and Kenneth George Jr.? They just split time, so they're
No, I'm telling.
half...
So you don't think my definition could be right?
I don't know.
Sounds right. Anybody here
It could be right.
Anybody here know anything about a 4-4 defense and a wing T offense? Know what a halfback is when we're talking about defensively?
Yeah, I always thought a halfback in football was due to the wing T because, like, you had one back on this side and one back on the other.
So that's why I think that's probably what a defensive halfback was. You're essentially answering for those those wingbacks, tailbacks.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's probably right.
Okay. So pretty much a nickel position.
Yeah. But why the heck is Butch Jones saying 93 and 63?
Because there's only 9 positions in football. Did you not know that?
I guess.
63 minutes of football.
And if he wants to get technical, I mean, there's the punting unit, the kicking.
Yeah, he said 3 units.
He did. But I mean, if we're being technical.
Every formation, 11 or 115 units for all of our defensive formations and offensive formations.
Yeah.
We have 6 different pump formations.
I guess he said 9 because like we had the 12 man on the field fiasco, so he was
13.
just trying to. Yeah, that's
He's
right.
lessening our chances to get 13 men on the field.
Was it 13 or 12?
It was the LSU play was 13.
You're right. Okay.
I don't know if did Butch Jones have an incident?
How did we have 13?
After LSU was that confused, we somehow ended up more confused.
Yeah, how did we put 2 extra players on the field?
No clue.
Oh my
No clue.
god.
I don't know.
Love it. Any more fails?
I don't have any more fails.
So mine is Vanderbilt. They had the Vanderbilt takeover today. Did you see
That couldn't have been good.
Did you see the games they had?
No.
They had college football versus Northern Illinois. They had
Wait,
college.
what were they doing? Oh, on the SEC Network.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes. So the takeover. So they beat Northern Illinois, so they played that game. They beat ETSU in football. They played that game. They did a SEC baseball from the tournament semifinals. They did a women's basketball, college basketball versus LSU. I assume that was like their best game of their lifetime. And then college football against Missouri. So their 3 football games they played were against Northern Illinois, ETSU, and Missouri.
Not good.
Ouch. Man, sucks.
Yeah.
It could
No,
be worse.
that's
Tennessee
definitely-
fans, you think you're in a bad position. You could be Vanderbilt.
You could be Vanderbilt. That's true. You could be Vanderbilt. It's always true. Yeah, any other most importance or fails?
I have another most important. So Drew Brees and his wife Brittany committed $5 million to help the state of Louisiana during the coronavirus. $5 million. Drew Brees and his wife.
Is that I guess that's not a lot compared to him. Are you bashing it or saying that's good?
I'm saying that's good because
Okay.
I mean there was a lot of people that donated like $100,000 and stuff like that.
Also,
He donated $5 million. That's a
100,000 is
lot.
good. It's like I didn't know because people are like Zuckerberg donated $25 million. That's like you donating $30. Well, me donating $30 is me donating $30. It's better than yours $0.
True.
So that's why I was like, that's a lot of money. I just didn't know your view on it.
Yeah, I think that's great. I mean, he's been man of the year and stuff like that before.
Yeah.
So I feel like he's a good dude. I like Drew Brees.
I like Drew Brees a lot. Drew Brees, you thinking better than me?
Also have a couple fails. The first one is the NCAA. Trevor Lawrence and his girlfriend started a GoFundMe page to try to help coronavirus victims, and the NCAA forced them to shut it down.
I'm obviously against the NCAA shutting it down, but why were Trevor Lawrence and his girlfriend trying to start a GoFundMe page? Where were they going to distribute the money to?
Yeah.
I'm 100% against the NCAA doing that, but I'm just asking.
Yeah. I don't know. They probably could have found a better way than GoFundMe. GoFundMe is just like
It's sketchy, man.
the Facebook people that do it. Hey, I need to pay bills. Here's a GoFundMe. Dude, who's going to give you money to pay your bills?
I was going to do that tomorrow, so. If you guys want to donate to my GoFundMe, don't donate to Landon's.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask you to pay my bills for me. I'll just take
He
it
asked
from
his
you.
wife.
If I'm in that need, I'll just take it from you. How about that? And then the Naismith Trophy, the Defensive Player of the Year finalists had Mark Vitale, Ashton Hagans, Trey Jones, and Marcus Garrett. You see a name in there that maybe shouldn't be there?
Who'd you say?
Mark Vitale, Ashton Hagans, Trey Jones, and Marcus Garrett.
I'm assuming Ashton Hagans.
Yeah, because he didn't even win Defensive Player of the Year in the conference. So
Yeah, it doesn't really make much sense.
how is he the National Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems a bit Kentucky favoritism to me. Also, I have one more. Sorry.
One more.
I just have one.
Oh, you're good.
UTK Parking. Shot Tuttle tweeted, UTK Parking just called me about 2 parking tickets from 2018. I got my degree. Just put a hold on my account.
Who said that?
Shot Tuttle.
Shot Tuttle said that? Nice shot. Fun story. I didn't want to tweet this at the UTK account because I'm sure they'll probably try to make me pay for it because that's obviously they just
who
did that
they
to
are.
Shot Tuttle.
Right.
So I found a box. This has been several years ago, probably 3 or 4 years ago. I found a box of letters that my mom had wrote my dad that my dad had kept all the years.
Okay.
I mean, like a big box, 250, 300 letters. None of them are vulgar from what I could find. Thank God. I was a little nervous. I was like, okay.
I don't know if I should
Be
read
careful
these.
reading these. But I found a note from that my mom had my dad. I guess she had seen my dad's car walking to class one day or something, and he had 2 tickets on his car. And she had, like, wrapped the note up in those, and I guess he kept them and never paid them. But I didn't want to tweet that at UTK because they were like, oh, yeah, we need those tickets plus interest since 1970, like, 7. I was like, I'm not paying that.
Psych, this is a joke. They're not my parents. I don't know these people from whatsoever.
But it's really cool. Yeah, it's 2 tickets, UTK parking tickets from like 1977. I don't know what year it was.
Maybe they're worth something.
Maybe. I mean, to UTK, they definitely are.
They definitely put a hold on their account.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, I thought that was cool. So, yeah, now
cool.
that Shot Tuttle's, maybe since Shot Tuttle is confident enough to share his story, I might not.
Yeah.
I might now. I'm not as cool as Shot Tuttle, though.
Right, yeah. You don't have the Saints paying your salary either, so.
No. But he still didn't pay it. He had the money and still didn't pay it, so I feel like I should get a freebie.
Andrew Honeycutt said, where can I get one of those T-hats, Caleb?
I think I got this one at the Vol Shop, but you also, is it Bill Dance, sells them on his website.
Yeah.
And you can get them autographed if you want one autographed, or you can order it non-autographed. So
is it more to autograph it?
I think it's the same price.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
You might have to add like $2 extra.
Cool.
But it's not, it's like $20 hat.
Cool.
Yeah. So I love the Bill Dance hat, so I bought this one. You ready to do our giveaway?
Our giveaway. Yeah, the winner.
We got a special guest for you guys. This is a gift certificate to Hound Dogs. And we've got VFL Billy Ratliff calling in right now to tell us who that winner is.
Do it.
Oh, man, what's going on, everybody, man? Hey, it was great stuff, man. I just want to thank my guys here for More Important Issues, man, for taking the time to come out here, man. That was some great stuff there, man. Hey, want to do a few things, man. Give a quick giveaway real quick here. And right now we're going to be giving away the Hound Dogs 25 gift certificate, and also want to show some out to Hound Dogs out there, man. These are one of our main sponsors that take care of us anytime we need anything that's UT, man. We go to Hound Dogs, man. They got anything you need, no matter what it is. If they don't have it, trust me, they can find it, man. So yeah, we're gonna go and pick somebody here, man, to give away the Hound Dogs $25 gift certificate. And let's see here, the winner we're gonna pick here, we got Mark Bowman. Hey, Mr. Bowman, hey, make sure you send me an email at Billy Ratliff at volunteerroadshow.com or Bobby C at volunteerroadshow.com. Hey, thanks for tuning in and watching, man. Go Vols.
All right, perfect. Go check that out. Thank you, Billy Ratliff,
Show.com.
telling us about
Billy Ratliff. We got Mark Bowman.
Mark
hey,
Bowman.
Mr. Bowman. Hey, make
Bowman.
sure you send me an email at Billy Ratliff
at Billy Ratliff at volunteerroadshow.com and then Bobby C at volunteerroadshow.com. Email one of those guys by next week to claim your prize.
Mark Bowman. Go do it.
Do it.
Guys, I want to thank you all so much for listening. This has been our first show with the Volunteer Roadshow. Hope everything's went pretty smoothly. We appreciate you all doing that. Appreciate Volunteer Roadshow. We're excited to be on with Billy and Bobby and everyone else that's associated with the Volunteer Roadshow. Special thanks to all of our sponsors. Thank you all for listening. We always appreciate it.
And go check out their website. Again, we are very excited for this new opportunity for us, and we hope you all are too. So we will see you again Wednesday night.
Yeah.
And that's all we got. We're bringing the boat in, and we out.